Right now, someone in your life is talking about someone else who isn't in the room. Maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's you. You probably think of this as small talk, harmless, a little bit shameful even, but the real answer is way stranger than that. What you're doing right now, the thing you did at lunch, the thing you did in the group chat this morning, is a behavior that is roughly 2 million years old. It didn't start with humans. It started before humans existed at all, and it didn't start as talking. It started as touching. Your ancestors couldn't gossip. They didn't have language yet, so they groomed each other instead. Picture a group of early primates sitting in the shade. One picks through the fur of another, removing dirt, bugs, dead skin. It looks like hygiene. It isn't, not really. Grooming is bonding. It's trust, built one touch at a time. The primatologist Franz de Waal spent decades studying exactly this behavior in chimpanzees and bonobos. He found that grooming wasn't random. It followed alliances. Animals groomed the individuals who could help them, protect them, or support them later. It was social currency, a favor bank paid in fingers through fur. Here's the problem. Grooming only works one-on-one. You can groom one friend at a time, maybe two if you're flexible. As early hominin groups grew larger, this became a math problem. How do you maintain 50 relationships when you can physically only touch one person at once? You can't. Not with your hands. So evolution found a workaround. A cheaper, faster version of grooming that could reach more than one person at a time. It's called talking. This idea comes from the anthropologist Robin Dunbar, who proposed what's now called the social brain hypothesis. Dunbar argued that language didn't evolve for hunting, or tools, or warning calls about predators. Language evolved to manage relationships. It evolved to let you groom a group instead of a single body. And what's the main thing groups talk about once they can talk? Each other. Dunbar didn't just theorize this. He tested it. In a landmark 1997 study, his team recorded real conversations in cafeterias, trains, and common rooms, and simply counted what people were talking about. The results surprised almost no one who has ever eavesdropped on a train, and surprised almost everyone in academia. Around 65% of all conversation time was spent on social topics. Who did what? Who said what? Who's dating who? Who got fired? You call this gossip. Dunbar called it social grooming with sound instead of hands. Does that change how you feel about your last conversation? Because here's what's easy to miss. Gossip isn't a flaw in human character. It's not a moral failing you need to suppress at dinner parties. It's the direct descendant of an act of care between two primates in the grass. An act that once meant, I trust you enough to let you touch me, and now means, I trust you enough to tell you this. There's a reason it feels good to share information about other people. It lights up the same reward pathways as other bonding behaviors. A 2019 study led by psychologist Megan Robbins and her colleague at the University of California, Riverside, fitted participants with recorders that captured snippets of their day for a week straight. No editing, no self-reporting. The researchers found that the average person spends about 52 minutes a day discussing other people who weren't present, not 52 minutes complaining. 52 minutes total, and most of it was neutral or even positive. People were sharing news about others, celebrating them, worrying about them, warning each other about them. This is not idle noise. This is maintenance. Every conversation about someone else is a small update to your mental map of who is trustworthy, who is dangerous, who is dependable, who broke a promise last month. Why would evolution build a brain that cares this much about other people's business? Because for most of human history, your survival depended entirely on knowing who you could rely on. There was no police department 2 million years ago. No banks, no contracts, no background checks. If someone in your group was a thief, a liar, or a coward in a fight, the only defense the group had was memory and word of mouth. Gossip was the original background check. It was the original news network, the original credit score, the original Yelp review, running on nothing but voices around a fire. Dunbar calculated something else too, something that explains why your group of close friends has never gotten past a certain size no matter how many people you add on social media. He proposed a cognitive limit, now known as Dunbar's number, suggesting that the human brain can only maintain around 150 meaningful relationships at once. Not because you don't have enough time, because you don't have enough gossip capacity. You can only track so